Golden Gauntlet is next weekend, and this is the preview to the deck I'll be using. Let's jump in.
People decree and punish those who do not. Because I do not forgive your people for taking the life of my father, and his father, and his father before him. 1,000 years of war between us will not be forgotten.
You can't do this! Our government signed a peace treaty!
My government knows no shame. You Zandarians and your culture are a disease.
You will never rule Xandar.
No. I will cure it!
How's it going, folks? Welcome back to the Snap Academy. I'm Muse, and today it's kind of a different one because yes, we're doing a deck tech as we always do, as you come to expect out of me, something kind of crazy off the walls. But this is the deck I am taking to the Golden Gauntlets on May 24th. Make sure that you are following our Twitch and YouTube and you're subscribed to all the things so you know when we go live, and be there to help root me on, cheer me on, root me on. I don't know. English is not my strong suit as I speak words to you. So yeah, I will be very happy to see you there and would love to hear some words of encouragement from the entire community and all of you. So without further ado, let's jump into the deck. This is a Ronan deck. I really wanted to play a deck that was very much me. I didn't want to play, don't want to play, it's coming out depending on when you see this, a top tier meta deck. I don't want to play Scream as much as I love Scream. I don't want to play Thanos. I don't want to play what everyone else is playing. And kind of my signature card is Ronin. And that is where I started this deck building journey, wanting to build a just very me deck that I can take on the tournament, but still be competitive. So Ronan is because you probably have never played him ever, 5/5 ongoing, +2 power for each card in your opponent's hand. Our goal is to stuff our opponent's hand, obviously. That's step one. So we have our standard Ronin package with Master Mold, putting 2 Sentinels in their hand. We've got Maximus for the end of the turn, Gorgon to make those Sentinels a little bit more expensive so they can't do it, but also be a counter into Thanos because everyone's playing stones. I wanted a little bit of counter for that as well. So there is our kind of main Ronin package. And then after that, I played around with a lot of different supplemental packages. I really couldn't make a decision on what I wanted to do until I accidentally put Agamotto in the deck. Now, Agamotto has kind of some really cool tech with Winds of Watum, giving them -5. It's something that I use a lot and kind of use to counter negative decks, being able to push around their Iron Man, being able to push around all of their stuff so that it's not how they wanted it, or load up a lane so I can guarantee win that one lane. Maximus is also very strong in a negative, I found out, being able to, if you do know that they're playing a negative deck, and in this tournament, I will know the decks ahead of time because it is a open deck list. I can actually kind of plot out and plan how I'm going to play into each deck. Now, the deck itself won't change, but I can make a game plan. After that, we do have the Agamotto stuff, so we do have King Eitri as well. And then everything else after that was kind of tech and what do I want to do with the deck. We are adding Surge to the deck. I thought about Prodigy, but Prodigy just really does not work in this deck, and I don't like Prodigy. Check out that video. I gave it like 3 stars. Not the biggest fan. We'll find a home for it eventually. But I do really like Surge, and Surge helps us kind of smooth out what we're doing. The -1 cost to all of our spells, skills, being able to play Ronin a little bit earlier, being able to have a bigger last turn, play the Agamotto early, just kind of really does help flush out the deck and make it a little bit more solid and a little bit easier to pilot. Luna Snow, kind of the same thing, but a bigger body, as well as giving them the extra energy, but also being able to get that Ronin out earlier, as well as the Agamotto. We are playing Enchantress as well as Shang-Chi in this, and if Surge hits one of those two and you get to play, a actually you're already playing Maximus and Enchantress already, you get a little bit of bonus. Who knows? Maybe you hit something else. I don't know. It all works out. We'll pilot this deck and we can all play it together. We did have a lot of fun playing it on stream, and I'm sure we've played it a few more times, and I'll see you at the tournament as well. So overall, you know, we are playing a little bit of tech, a whole lot of disruption, and I think that this deck might take me pretty far. I'm really hoping for top 8. That is my goal. I don't necessarily want to win the whole thing outright, but if I do, that would be awesome. Shout out to Dare for bringing me and inviting me out. Since I'm not an official content creator yet, we are on the way to 1,000 subs. That would mean the world to me if you guys do hit that sub button. That way I can become an official Marvel Snap content creator, as this is something I do truly enjoy. So with that being said, grab the deck link in the description and let's jump into the pilot. Okay, so we do get to start with the King Eitri into Surge. So what I like to do with those cards is play them on the same lane, because what we can do possibly later is Images of Icon and turn both of those on the last turn into one of our bigger cards. So the other thing to note is we want to King Eitri first before we Surge, because if we grab it, I believe it does reshuffle. I don't want to take that chance, so I always do King Eitri first and then do the Surge. And then what I think I would like to do, oh wait, that's a Bolts. That's not what I thought it was. Let's go into the Luna Snow and the Temporal Manipulation. That way I can get something off the raft, get something free, possibly give them that extra energy. But I feel like the free card might be worth a little bit more.
The Gambit kinda sucks.
Hit the Eitri, or they can have everything. That's cool. Thanks, Gambit. Thanks. Okay, so we do now have the Images of Icon. So what I think I would like to do, I kind of want to fill this out somehow, depending on the card we get next turn. Because I do... Oh, wait, I can't into 5. That's a terror. I should not have done that. I just realized I really sucked here. So, we do not get a free card. And... Okay, I was about to say, do they have Legion? And there's another Gambit. And they have unlimited energy. Okay, that is just how my life goes now. All right, so we'll go here into Agamotto, which does absolutely nothing. So let's go into a Agamotto, into a Images of Icon, and then that way I at least have 2 13s, and hope that Shang-Chi doesn't exist. Have priority, so Enchantress won't do anything. Shang-Chi wins. This is my life now. Alright. And the game is broken. So Ronin's my strongest power, unfortunately. And please don't Shang-Chi me. No Shang? Okay. We beat the core. Oh, man. That was actually really rough. I was not expecting to win there, so that Agamotto was super clutch there. Okay. We get the Temporal Manipulation. I can never say that card name. So, oh, they are going to lose power on the shield, which I really appreciate. And into the Surge, which is pretty solid, actually, because we do have mostly lower power cards. Since we do already have the Agamotto, they now get my Agamotto. And I get a Gwenpool? That could be something, actually. So that could be something. I almost want to hit the Captain America shield, the Red Guardian. Okay, so we double surge. Everyone's playing surge now. And Winds of Watum into... Yeah, because I don't really... Actually, no, I do want to hit it with the surge. I do want to do that, actually. And then probably Winds of Watum. What? Oh, it's a wasp. I'm like, how are you playing that right now? That's kind of weird. I think I do want to hit the Gwenpool. And then Images of Icon. That could be kind of cool, actually. To get some big power. So we will go Images of Icon into Winds of Watum. And then Snap, because we do have a whole lot of just cards. So we can play... We got some big power now, actually. Plus with the Winds going mid, that should block off the Gwenpool. Or block off this lane. Yes, it does block off this lane. Nice. Alright, all kinds of power now. And we win mid. Galacta hits the Spider Ham. That's actually fine because it's just a big pig. So this... What is it? Oh yeah, 521. That's a huge amount of power. And also add our Iceman left. Play for all three just in case. And we should win. Yeah, you got a 17 knock. Oh, 21. But we did hit it with the left. Hey, that's a dub is a dub is a dub. Big ol' power ice, man. Okay, so we are going into Conquest, as this is a Conquest deck, and hoping for the best here. King Eitri and Iceman on turn 1 is very strong. So we will go and do that. And the tournament itself is best of 1 Conquest in Swiss, and then you get seeded up. I don't know how it all works, but that is a short version of everything. Let's Winds of Watum, the Craven. Just to kind of do a little bit of do-bobbying. That's a good English. So the Conquest, the tournament is Swiss style to start, and then the top 8 are a bracket, and it is Conquest the entire time. Let's go into a Luna Snow here. Maybe we can get one of our... Okay, so they're Herculesing. Red Guardian. Actually, I do kind of want a Red Guardian that. Or I'm on 4. I can bolts. Or I can actually do this. That way there's a negative here. And then I snap, because that guarantees me a lane. Because I hit first. And then I get 2 energy here to do some other shenanigans. Alright, so it's 0. Not anything too crazy here. I'm really hoping for a Ronin. Surge does not help me. So what I'm going to do here is I might just bolts into Surge since I don't need that. And then hopefully get something. Come on, Ronin. Okay, Vulture. So they're all moving and bouncing. So this could be really bad for me. So let's get the most energy, or the most power, which is probably Images for 6. Enchantress, Maximus. Unfortunately, it's only for 2. I'm not convinced I'll win. I guess it only bounces 1, so it could possibly bounce a Craven, right? I mean, this is a good amount of power. That, you know what? I'm going to send it. I'm going to ship it. For 4, it's not the end. It's about a third. And I liked in Conquest, if I'm like 50-50 and it can go either way, the chances are it could go either way. Oh god, this is about to. All right, well, we're about to find out how good I am at this game. Okay, this is gonna Hercules bounce right. Bounce right, bounce right. Yes. That was actually really helpful. Did I do it? Let's go for 8. Well, that was pretty much just being on ladder, unless they actually stick through. Yeah, the utility of some of these cards, yeah, they weren't sticking around, is super great. Yeah, being able to Images of Icon and Luna Snow for 18 power real quick, super strong. A little RNG god. Usually RNG does not work with me. Let's see if we can get one more. All right, so we do get a Surge on turn 2, which is decent. They are playing Thanos, it looks like. Yeah, I believe Thanos. So we can Gorgon here. I'm actually going to snap into the Gorgon. Yep, there's the Thanos. But they did get the Mind Stone, which is very unfortunate, so they can play 2 stones now. And I get Thanos. So we'll get the Gorgon down. Maybe they'll try playing the Sorcerer Supreme. Nope. So I do need to block. I kind of want to hit that. I want to hit the Soul Stone. It's more efficient to hit the Enchantress because it will hit everything. But actually, you know what? Let's switch this because I can do this and then start getting a little more energy for the next turns. Let's do that. All right. And then, okay, well, we got our 1 off. So 4, I want to do Enchantress into the Djinn, and then turn that into a Ronin next turn, maybe. So they're doing a Destroy package. Do I? Oh, I have got priority. So I can just Shang that now, can't I? So we'll get rid of that. Just Shang now, because they are trying to do stuff. I can maybe turn that into something later. So, okay. So we go Shang into Temporal Manipulation into Surge. And we've got Prio. Okay, Djinn for energy, that's fine. Which actually cost them 1. And, well, there went everything I did over there. Okay. Well, that's highly unfortunate. So... Okay. Let's go Agamotto, Iceman, and try not to lose the 50-50. And I lost the 50-50. Like, how does that happen? Okay. Master Mold is going to be really nice against Thanos. King Eitri will be great here. I do not get the King Eitri, so we're going to Master Mold. Hopefully they don't get the Mind Stone again. would need King Eitri or Iceman or Temporal Manipulation to make that worth it. Not worth it. Okay, so let's go Master Mold. Hit their hand a couple times. Try to keep it full. Okay, that's not a stone. That is a stone, which means they get to draw 3 cards, and I have a feeling that this Master Mold's not going to do anything now. Yep, did absolutely nothing. That sucks. So we will Gorgon. Yeah, we're not winning there. Let's hold out. They got all the free stuff. They yeah, the Master Mold was too late. Keep on going. Alright, so we do have the Gorgon again. Mer Island is kind of nice. I'm really hoping they don't get a stone, but I do need to play into the Gorgon. Okay, well, there's a stone. So, Gorgon it is. Shadowland, I can turn that into something else later, maybe. Bolts is really nice. For turn 5. And they're doing a destroy package, so they can... I can't remember. Is it 3 and under? Yeah, it's 3 or less. Okay. Let's go Winds of Watum. Just to give ourselves a little bit more power here. Maybe it'll hit the... Oh, yeah, it gives it +2. Okay, so that's -2, so hopefully we can win mid now. But they are scaling faster than us on Mirror Island. Let's start doing stuff into Master Mold. We're gonna punt left now and try to get into Mojo World, I guess. Yep, good thing we were punting there. I could still maybe Shang-Chi that later if we do get enough. And bolts here. So we go bolts into Surge and give ourselves a fighting chance. I might actually snap into that. We don't have a good chance of getting anything, but I mean, there's a lot of energy. We do have 2 cards in the Mojo World. Could maybe Shang that. Okay, so this will fill up, and then this. I'm honestly assuming that they're about to Arnim Zola, which is not smart. Which means they should not Arnim Zola, because I'll win here. And let's do that. Because even if they do Arnim Zola, I'll still win with the Gorgon here. I don't have enough, but if they do, I win right and left. And if they don't, I win here because I've got 4. Killmonger. Does nothing. That helps. And we win. Alright, so we got 5 back. Whoo-wee. Nice read on the Mojo World. So yeah, you definitely need to play into your locations. Because yeah, with that Luna Snow being able to fill up that Mojo World, that really helped us out. It could have also filled them up, but we would have been the same anyway if they played 3. So we are over halfway. I think the tie is scored. This is actually a great start with the King Eitri into the Winds of Watum, because whatever they try to start scaling, we can hit with the winds. Like that X23. So ideally we smack that. And yeah, so we'll smack that. Right, that little M&M action, and grab another spell. That is now a -3. So if they do have a null, I don't think we've seen null here. Could have probably played the Gorgon, and that would have been better. But it's okay. I get 2 cards. I get a Nico. What does Nico do right now? Copy it to my hands. So what would I want to do here? I might actually just play the bolts next turn. Or let's just do Gorgon right now. Unfortunately, I didn't get any of the stones. But the Killmonger does help us because it doesn't let them proc the X-23. Okay. So yeah, the Killmonger. This does not suck actually. It kind of sucks. All right, so we'll go Master Mold into Iceman, and then we can Images of Icon the monster, which is solid. And then, will this let me change the bolts into a demon? I don't think so. This is actually decent. And then, oh wait, no, because I do need to hit the bolts. We'll see if it does actually turn it. I don't know if that's what I would have done per se, but okay. So we do win mid. Okay, so it turns it later. Got it. Let's go 4 into, how far behind are we? So it's 12, so this would tie. And then I think we should win here if they just play the, or I should actually probably do this. But I need to win the 50-50. 5, so that's 6. That's not enough. I think they have played all the stones. I'm going to hope that they play right. All right, so I'm banking on right here and not left. Left I lose, which sucks. And then right I win. Okay. What? I should just play the Agamotto? I'm so, wait, what? Huh? Who? I'll take it. I will absolutely take that win. With how completely dumb that was. What?
One eternity later.
So our opponent rage quits after, honestly, I probably would have as well. And, you know, let's finish talking about the deck. So that is the deck. That is our Ronan Agamotto. I don't know. We'll workshop the name before the tournament. But no, this is, you know, my take on Ronin. There were some losses in there, but we do need to, you know, practice with the deck, get very focused in on Conquest, which is not something I play all the time. So again, if you want to watch me live, make sure you snap those like and subscribe buttons so you know when we do go live on the 24th, probably 9 or 10 a.m. depending on how early I want to wake up and start getting ready. We'll do kind of a lounge and hang out and talk about everything for the day for everybody, and then we will jump into the matches and have a great time and hopefully get to at least the top 8. But until then, happy snapping.